This one is going to be about professional black women. Um, Today's day and age, a lot of the black women are they have kind of went off into a different direction of a way of living than women have in the past. A lot of the black women nowadays are more career oriented and career focused. Um, they're more focused on advancing their careers and financial gain, and not as driven towards being wives and mothers and things of that nature. There are some who still have the traditional values that most women share, but it seems like nowadays, in my opinion, a lot of women are more driven on the career tip, which in itself isn't a negative thing. It isn't a bad thing. I think it's changing black women into something different. I'm going to explain what I mean. It's because this is a touchy subject to talk about, and it's going to be a lot of black women who are going to watch this and get very defensive. But I just feel like I have to tell the truth of my observations and the things that I'm seeing, and being a man who deal with these, who have to, being a man who has had to deal with these women. I've observed some things that are alarming to me. It seems that a lot of black women nowadays, they're going to college and they're graduating and they're getting into their careers, and they're doing these things. They're purchasing homes and buying cars, and financially are in a nice place, but the personal lives are suffering. They're suffering. A lot of them are single, not by choice. They're single and they can't find relationships, and they can't remain in any type of happy relationship, or even find a man for that matter. And a lot of them are getting older and realizing that before they knew what happened, they were pushing 40 and they're alone and don't have kids, and they're wondering what happened. And I just wanted to say, in relationship to this, that I believe that these women are so career and goal oriented that they're forgetting about their main reason for being here, their main reason for being in existence at all. This is the part that's going to get touchy for a lot of people. Um, it it seems like they're missing the whole point, that yes, it's fine to have a career and it's fine to do these things, but you can't forget that you're a woman, and that God had an intention when He created you. He had an intention for you to be a helpmeet to a man, and to have children and raise those children, and to be a support and a helpmeet to a man in this life. And a lot of women nowadays don't believe that that has anything to do with why they're here. They don't think that that has anything to do with their purpose on earth. But it has a lot to do with the reason why you're here, right? The reason why God created you in the first place. We know that women were not created um, originally. They were created because Adam in the garden was lonely, and he needed a helpmeet, and God created him one. The Bible, even in the New Testament, says that women were created for men. And so these women that are living this life and focusing on themselves and advancing their own lives, and saying things, horrible things like, I don't need a man in my life, and all I need is my money and my career. And that, you're lying to yourself, because you're going to always feel empty. The women that say that, always in the end, they feel empty. They feel like they've lost and they've missed out on the things that make them a woman. A woman at her core. Some women, say, I don't want children, I don't want this, but at their core, they desire these things because God put that in them. He put those desires in you as a woman, and you fight against those things when you spend all your time trying to advance your career, or trying to financially get to a certain place in your life, and you forget about the fact that You know, the root of who you are as a woman. You know, a nurturer. You know, you forget about these things, and you end up by yourself and lonely. And women say, "Oh, men are intimidated by a successful woman." It's not necessarily that we're intimidated by a successful woman. It's that we feel like, what does she need me for? You know, we like to feel needed. A man wants to feel needed, and he has to feel needed in order to feel secure in his relationship. And that's just the truth. And he doesn't feel like he's needed if you have everything that you need in life. He wants to provide you with things. He wants to be a provider. And when he meets this woman, he sees her. Yeah, he may want to have sex with her, but he's not going to want to take care of her because she's already taken care of. You know, and this is once again one of those things that's perpetuated by the media or by the entertainment industry. We have songs. Neo and Jamie Foxx got songs, you know, talking about Miss Independent and she got her own and things like that. That's wrong. That's wrong. And they're saying it like it's a thing to be desired. We don't want that, really. We don't really want that, really. We don't mind having a woman that doesn't mind getting out there and doing something with her life. We do like that, but we want a woman that puts other things first, that puts her desire to be a helpmeet to a man first, not her career first. We want a woman that will put her desire to help this man first and be a support to him first, and a wife and a mother. We want those things first. And the other things, okay, that's cool. You want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, you want to do this, you want to do that, that's cool. But put this thing first, because that's what we need. We need a helpmeet. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted from the very beginning. And it's in us. We have it in us. And so, you know, women are nowadays are blinded to the fact that they're a nurturer, they're a mother, and they have this desire for a man by nature. They fight against that to pursue these other things. And then once they gain those things, now they want to have a relationship, but they're 39 years old, trying to figure out how am I going to, you know, have these kids and try and it's just crazy. It's just at the end it just becomes too much. So the thing is, there's nothing wrong with desiring those things, but you should desire that secondary to the fact that you should be this helpmeet to this man and be a mother to these children. And I'm not being chauvinist and saying that, you know, a woman has no purpose in life other than to be these things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just strictly saying that if you want a relationship, now if you don't, then whatever, do whatever you want to do. But if you want a relationship and you want a family, you have to put those things first. You have to put those desires ahead of your personal gain and your personal desires to succeed and do whatever you want to do. That's all good and well, but you have to put the other thing first. And a lot of people are going to disagree with that. But those same women that are disagreeing are usually the ones that are alone. And the ones that don't have a man. And the ones that are struggling to try to hold on to these relationships with these dudes that keep seeming to end. You know, they'll be with the guy for a certain amount of time and then he's gone. And then they'll be with another guy and then he's gone. They'll be with another guy and then he's gone. And they don't understand what's going on. Why can't I keep a man in my life? Because you don't need him. He don't feel like you need him in your life. That's why they keep leaving. They want to be with a woman who when they come home from work, she there and they feel like she needed him to be there. When we go home, we feel like she needed me to bring this paycheck home, to take care of her. That's what we want in life. That's what we need. And a lot of children, and the women, the career-oriented women that do have children, the children half the time are suffering because they don't have any one-on-one time with mom. They don't have any undivided attention from mom. Yeah, they might pick the kid up from school and then they get home and she's doing her work and the kid's doing the homework and they don't have any bonding time really because she's caught up in her own world when she should be being a mother to that child. When she should be being a mother. But see, society has destroyed that on purpose. Society has made it to where these women feel the need to go out and work. They feel the need to go out and aspire for these careers. And they did that on purpose. I don't know if you remember the pictures back, I believe it was World War II, I might be wrong. And they used to have these like little flyers with the woman and she's got the muscle up like this and she got a scarf on her head and a bandana on her head and it's talking about women going to work for the war. That should have told us right there that there was a switch going on. A switch in society going on. where they're trying to tell women like, oh yeah, go out there and work, go out there and do this, because they know the detriment it's going to have at home. They know the stress that's going to put on marriages. They know the stress that's going to put on children who don't have their mom there nurturing them. They know what's going to happen, and that's why they did it. But you don't have to. You can simply choose to go the other route. You can. You can choose to be to still pursue your career, but also put these things first. You know, you're not going to lose out on life because you didn't make VP in 6 years like you wanted to, and you did it in 9 years instead. I don't know, but I'm just saying. I mean, that's not what life is about. That's not ultimately what life is about. You know, life is about doing God's will in our lives and living our lives to please Him. And the thing is, you know, there's criteria for men's roles and women's roles in relationships and things like that. It's in the Bible, and you have to read these things. Read about the virtuous woman and read about the things that about her that were important to God. Read about those things so that you know how to carry yourself as a woman. Because you don't have to be hard, and you don't have to be fighting with the big boys and all that. That's unattractive. I'm just going to be honest with you. A woman that's always trying to go to battle with men and try to prove that she's just as good as a man is unattractive to men. Society and TV may tell you something different, but as a man, I'm telling you, it's unattractive to see women trying to go to war with men to try to show that they're just as good. You don't have to prove anything to us. We like humble women. A real man wants a humble woman who don't have to try to prove that she's more than what she is. Her worth speaks for itself. And that's what a man really wants. And that's just the truth. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people are not going to like this video, but it's just the truth. And I just have to tell you the truth, because society is going to lead you astray. They're going to tell you something totally different. But I just wanted y'all to know that, and to know that it's okay to be a woman. And it's okay to carry yourself like a woman and act like a woman 24/7, and not have to contend with the big boys and try to act like you're one of the movers and shakers. You don't have to do that. So that's really all I want to say about it.